Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It's still Sunday, fun day with some more speed duel action, and we need to get to this week's spotlight. Now, if you haven't already seen this week's speed duel deck profile, it's actually a wonderful tier 1 Cyber Dragon styled build. They used the Cyrus skill power bond, and it was actually submitted to us by Duelist. And again, I want to pronounce that first name. 100% know this one. It's Victor. Last name Kirstic. Again, super thanks for just putting that deck list out there for us. And again, I didn't really ask the permission like I normally do before putting it out there, but I don't think that you would have shared it with me if you weren't going to be okay with it being put out there for everybody to know that that was your creation. Seriously, big thanks for sharing that with us. And just know that every thumbs up on that video belongs to you as well, my friend. So, that said, you had a surprising tech card in that deck build that it really deserves its own 5-minute video, so that's what we're about to do. We need to talk about your little one-of tech. We need to be talking about the trap card Memory Loss. Now, guys, this card is actually very underrated. According to TCG Player, let's take a look at this. And you know what? I'll just do this on screen. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5 prints. 5 prints that are all commons. So number 1, this is in Speed Duel, so you guys can use this in the Speed Duel format. You can use this in the advanced format. This card has never been on a limitations list at all. Let's see if we can't put it there for Speed Duel. And since it's a common, we can use this in Common Charity, right? So what does it do? Why am I making such a big stink over this? Besides having some amazing artwork. Take a look at that. The effect here is when the effect of an attack position monster the opponent controls is activated. Negate the effect, and if you do, change it to face-up defense position. So, what is this? This is enemy controller plus effect veiler in Speed Duel right now, totally legal, and kind of amazing. And you guys got to remember this. Like, what are the real downs to using this card? What are your opponent's real outs for you while you're using Memory Loss? Jinzo, well, he's limited to 1, and that's if they didn't use one of the other cards that are at 1. Because, again, we're dealing with like a Duel Links-esque ban list as far as Tier 2 speed dueling. So, at least in competitive play, this card gets better. In Tier 1, it's still good, but in Tier 2, it starts to shine way more than a common should. Second, the fact that it's going to act like Effect Veiler at all, and then also put the opponent's monster at a disadvantage. Take a look at a lot of our effect monsters that will activate an effect. So like Breaker and Chiron, both of them have the ability to destroy back row. In fact, they might try to go after this, at which point you're going to stop them from also being able to crash you with an attack. Breaker will be down to 1600. Chiron stays at static 18, but will cost you a card from hand. So again, you can make your opponent lose that card from hand when you chain this to Chiron. And again, it's just goofy because not only are you doing that, but I think they're both at like 1,000 defense or so, if I'm not 100% mistaken here. So again, you're making them very easy to just run over with other cards. And this is going to rinse, lather, and repeat for like every effect monster. Like if you're a water player like my old friend AJ was, Leviathan Dragon Daedalus might be your best friend. At which point, you're probably summoning it in attack mode, using Legendary Ocean to lower your star level to 6 so you become a single tribute, and you're trying to like detonate and board wipe with a giant tsunami. At which point, I've made you get rid of your field spell. I have stopped the board wipe. And again, with this move here, we've also put Leviathan Dragon Daedalus. And again, I want to say that's only like an 1,800 defense points monster card. We've put him in defense mode. And even if you had another Legendary Ocean, his effect is negated. Now, it isn't till the end of the turn. So again, if that monster can activate it again, like Leviathan Dragon, okay, maybe that might still go through. But they're going to waste 2 shots. Of the potential 3 shots that they had to begin with, which again I'm thinking might actually be 4 if you're using the field spell skill. So again, that's kind of goofy. But again, as we get into the next GX box, and again, I take my word for it. Over here on the wall, we have the calendar of Doom, which is not really Doom. It's full of flowers and stuff. But again, we're just it's like the end of next week. We get the next Speed Duel set. So we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be reviewing it. There's going to be 3 times structure builds for it. Like, I'm probably not going to spend much time in any format but Speed Duel and Master Duel next month. So this card may have more capability next month than it does this month. And again, I already dedicated this video to it because it's a good card now, but it might get better. So if you're looking for copies of this, you guys can spend, I mean, as little as just buying these ones, buying singles, 5 to 11 cents a card, which again, just being the newest printing, is going to be the cheapest printing. So you guys could get on that. Again, this version, the Speed Duel variant, is legal in all formats. So again, that's really cool. Again, one more time, Victor, thank you for not only building that deck and sending it to us, but thank you for kind of putting this in there and forcing me to reread this card, just to understand just how great this is going to be for the format. So, like, all of the thank yous. And again, guys, if you haven't checked out the deck, it is part of this morning's upload. So again, it's on here. Check this out. It is pretty fun. It's genius. I enjoy it. And you know what? Do the things, don't do the things. Do the one thing, my friends. Go out, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We've got some stuff planned for tomorrow. I got the last 2 of my Yu Yu Hakusho decks. We're going to run them in a single video. I've got another deck master for you. Tuesday, we're going to do some laddering because technically I did that earlier today. So I'm going to release the video for that. Celestial should be able to, and by should be able to, I mean she's going to get to bust open those, I think it was like 30 packs for the 1-year anniversary event. So she's going to get to do that. She'll do the voiceover for you guys. And then we've got some fun stuff. I've got another Yu-Gi-Oh card for D&D. In fact, it's a whole concept that we've explored at Doomsday, which is where I've been playing locally. Again, big shout out to Pete because he's an awesome DM. And we should have, by the end of this week, because I'm working on this, we should have a build for the Sphinxes. So you guys let me know if all of that sounds well. And again, I mentioned this earlier in a previous video in like the last couple of days, I want to say it was. But if you guys want to see me play through some of the old Game Boy games for the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, let me know. I've got them. I've got the whole setup ready to go. It's kind of convoluted. This is just fun. I just want to explain this real quick. So you need a GameCube. You need the Wii HDMI adapter because you can plug that into the back of the GameCube because it was the same audio-visual hookups. And then you still need your computer setup, but you'd absolutely run your Game Boy Advance cartridges through a GameCube, through a Wii setup, changing it to HDMI, and then being able to capture the video. It's kind of cool. It's kind of nerdy. I love it. But if you guys like it, and I might just do it anyway, I don't know. Pick one of those games for me, and we'll get into it, all right? So for now, my friends, enjoy it. Like I said, have a great rest of your weekend, and hope to see you guys again tomorrow for the beginning of a new week. Later, my friends.